Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Shayna and I do a ton of different content, but today we are doing another pregnancy update. So I'm doing weekly because I'm in my third trimester. I'll be 32 weeks tomorrow. I'll share with you my 31 weeks update. And I cannot believe I am entering my 8th month of my last pregnancy. It is so surreal and bittersweet to me. It's crazy that this is happening and it's so fast. I'm gonna meet this baby boy so soon and I am so excited about it. I love feeling this baby move in. It has been a lot this week, let me tell you. And of course, it's mainly when I'm trying to go to sleep at night. It does not fail. But I did have a doctor's appointment this week with my regular OB. We are going to be starting weekly checkups or bi-weekly checkups for the next 2 appointments. And then weekly until I do have him. Induction, which I will talk about a little bit later in this video. So I'm going to go ahead and insert the footage from that appointment here.
You guys, it just came out of my 31.5 week appointment with my regular OB. I am about to start seeing them every 2 weeks now that I am in my third trimester. They went ahead and scheduled me out the last appointment that I had, but they didn't let me know. They just sent me a random text message. So this morning I had questions about it and they printed me out my whole list. And I wanted to make sure with my doctor, like, hey, are these all regular just appointments to check on him, answer questions, make sure everything's good. Doing any ultrasounds at this appointment because I do have a maternal fetal medicine doctor, so I will be doing all of my ultrasounds with her, as well as she said BPPs, which I'm not sure, I think maybe the non-stress tests, to see her weekly. I think that's up to her, but probably around 35, 36 weeks, maybe. I might be starting to go to her weekly after this next appointment. She says she's not sure that it's up to that doctor. She said that cervical checks are completely up to me if I would prefer them, unless like I start having like contractions earlier. As the only like special appointment is like basically my 36 week one where they do the strep B swab. I think it's what it's called. I could be wrong. My pregnancy brain is on fire right now and I am hungry and thirsty. I weigh 137 and my blood pressure was 125/78, which is still really good. A few things that we talked about at this appointment that I had questions, like concerns, wanted more information about were acid, the metformin that I have been put on for my gestational diabetes, which was put on by my maternal fetal medicine doctor, not by this regular office, because they, you know, give updates or whatever. But I was telling them what my concerns were and why I started it late. She was just reiterating the things that I already knew about it, and that most people decide to stop taking it because of the lower GI stuff, because diarrhea is a big side effect from it. For me, I would stop taking it for the nausea, not because of the diarrhea aspect, because I'm usually on the opposite end of that line spectrum. It really won't bother me as much if I end up having it. To be honest with you, since I'm always constipated, I'm probably gonna it's just gonna make me regular if anything. I think the thing I'm most nervous about is like stomach pains and being uncomfortable down there, because even though I have issues with constipation, I typically don't have really bad stomach pains up until that like one time where like I really need to go to the bathroom and it's just not coming, other than just bloating. But I don't really have cramping or like gas or whatnot, so that's the only thing that maybe would bother me. But the nausea would be the biggest thing, and that is like my biggest fear, which is one of the reasons why it took me 4 days to actually take it, as well as the concerns that my husband had with my sugar bottoming out. I've taken it so far for 2 days. I started on the 18th and today is the 20th, and so far so good. My sugar has not bottomed out. Still continued to be very good throughout basically all of my meals, other than just that fasting one that tends to always be above 95. Ones like there are maybe a 1 point higher or a couple points higher, but I don't think it has not been in the 130s at all. The only time it was above 120 something was that first week that I was doing it. Only could have been at one point or the other, because I will say there have been certain times where I didn't take my sugar, where I had like a cheat day, like my baby shower. And there were times when I was in Covington volunteering that my sugar did not get taken when it was supposed to, because obviously we're running around doing things and are pretty busy, so it kind of was not at the forefront of my mind. So it definitely could have been over, possibly, even though I took it late, but I still ended up taking them. I think it's only been a couple of times since I have been diagnosed with this where I didn't take my sugar at all, because I didn't see the point if it was 4 to 5 hours after the time that I was supposed to take it. As far as acid goes, I've been taking over-the-counter acid pills, like same like off-brand Equate or whatever, that has the same active ingredient as in most of them, and I have only been taking 1 pill. I won't take it every single day because I'm too scared to hurt him, and I don't like taking medication as it is. But the acid has been almost unbearable. Last night I had insomnia and just extreme acid. My husband literally woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and was like, why are you up? because I couldn't sleep. I did fall asleep with my daughter at 9 p.m. and slept until 11:30, and then I woke up and put her in her bed, used the restroom, went downstairs to get water, and bring up a small basket of laundry that I had washed his clothes because I didn't want the animal stuff to get on it. And my body, like, I woke up. So when I went to go lay back down, I couldn't sleep because I was awake, and the insomnia just hurt so bad. So I didn't end up going to bed until after 3. Again, at least I got like a little catnap in there. Looked it up on her like app or whatever that she has to check medication, especially for pregnant women, and said that what I'm taking is perfectly fine, and that I'm actually underdosing myself, that I could be taking it up to 4 times a day. So maybe take 1 in the morning so I don't have acid during the day, or try not to, and then take 2 at night and see what that does, since it bothers me more at night than during the day. Because even though I have it during the day, I can handle it because I'm so busy doing stuff that I don't notice it as much because I'm distracted. But at night, it's obviously you're trying to go to sleep. You really can't distract yourself from the acid in your throat being on fire. Definitely was like, no, honey, you can definitely take so much more than what you're taking. It's okay. He's gonna be fine. So, and I don't take Tums or Pepcid or any of that kind of stuff, because anything that's chewable or liquid, I have never been able to do since I was a child. I've only been able to take pills that like don't, obviously have a taste or whatever, because of the taste and texture problem that I have, because I will throw it up. She did measure my belly, and my physical belly, she said, is measuring at 32 weeks, which is good because I'm 31 and a half weeks, so that means that he's on time. He just poked me. Heart rate was at 147, 142. This is the first time that he did not actually kick the probe. I guess he was sleeping, or was just like, or didn't notice it or whatnot. Very straightforward appointment. I'm very happy that she was able to answer my questions, and I feel more comfortable. And then I have all of my appointments scheduled out up until the 14th of January, which is my original due date at 39 weeks. Obviously, she said that my maternal fetal medicine doctor could decide to induce me again if she saw fit, depending on his growth or how my sugars are, because we won't know how it's affecting his blood sugar until he's born, but we will know how it affects his growth obviously by the scans. So as long as he's not getting too big, and he's staying on time, and he's not too little either, then it shouldn't be an issue, as long as my sugars continue to stay the way that they are. And that's up to the specialist doctor if that happens, and I will see her next week, so obviously we can have a longer, deeper conversation. We'll know where he's at in the growth scan. So just being able to see a visual and everything, and knowing how the next appointments with her are going to go, because I most likely will be starting to see her weekly, is going to be great. So I'll have a lot more information on that when I go in to see her next week. So that's it for this 31-week appointment, and I'll see you guys the end of this week for my full week update.
So as you can see, I have had a few concerns, and one of those which was starting my metformin, which I did earlier this week, and it's been a week since I've been taking it, and so far so good. I have had just a little bit of nausea, but I'm not sure if that's even in my head or just because of the acid. I have heard, like, some people have commented underneath my TikToks and have told me that the medications actually made their acid worse, so I'm like, oh, great. So I wonder if that's probably a side effect of it as well. So it has become a lot harder to sleep at night, and the insomnia for sure has been a problem for a couple of nights during the week. And then body aches and pains have been a really, really big one, especially around ligament pain. I will say that I don't know how I made it through the work day on Friday, and that is my long day at work. I was just completely exhausted, and my entire body hurt, because Thursday night I woke up with severe cramping down here in my lower belly, and that radiated to my back. It wasn't Braxton Hicks contractions, because those are tightening and they're not really painful. I've had them before, but this was extremely painful. I was like, oh my God, what is this? I thought I was going into labor at first, but I think it was just really, really bad round ligament pain. And I think it also has something to do with where the baby was laying and the position that I was in at the time, and it was just a lot. I definitely feel like everything that I have been doing over the past couple months, pushing myself, working events, going out of town, everything at work has been a lot stressful. I'm always on my feet, always go. Basically in every aspect of my life, at home, at work, and my hobbies. So it's very hard to just take some time to relax, or kind of just soak in pregnancy bliss, or lay in bed and just relax in general. So I definitely think all of that has started to catch up with me, and my body is feeling it, and it's basically telling me to stop. Although that didn't do much, because I was in a wedding yesterday, and let's just say I was on my feet all day from 9 a.m. to basically 11 p.m. running around, doing things, making sure things were supposed to go the way that they were supposed to. And take it easy, but that should be the last big event. I knew that November was going to be my busiest month. I had so much going on, which you will know if you go back and watch my other videos on my YouTube channel or even on my TikTok. You'll know that I have been go, go, go. Obviously December with the holidays and everything is go, 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 but it won't be as physically demanding as November has been, which is very good because I don't think I'd be able to do it considering I am nearing the ending of my pregnancy. As far as the metformin goes, I did talk about it in my update with my doctor, so I'm not going to go too much into detail about it. I did say that I think it's been making my acid worse, and I have had a little bit of like nausea, not severe nausea, because if that was the case I would definitely stop taking it, but I honestly think the nausea is from the acid that's being caused by the metformin. Only at night that I felt this way, or like early in the morning. Brandon had to, Saturday morning I felt just really off, so I had him take my fasting sugar very early because he was getting up early to go leave to do some inflatables for our business. Went ahead and ate breakfast in bed that morning because I felt nauseous and I felt like I needed to put something on my stomach. So I did have that issue. 2 instances where I've been nauseous. That was one of them, and that was Saturday morning, and the other one was the first night that I took it, but I think that was in my head, like I was talking it up because I was so scared about it. I've been lowering my sugars in the morning and actually made my sugars very, very low for 2 days in the 70s after breakfast. So that was a little odd. For the most part, my sugars are still really good. Last night, they were a bit higher. Indulge at the wedding. I didn't separate the dessert that I ate from the dinner that I ate. I kind of did everything at one time, and obviously the drinks that I were having weren't, like I had sweet tea, I had one cup, like half a cup of Coke, and I also sipped on / tried like one of their mocktail specialty drinks, which was cranberry juice and ginger ale, like around the same time period. I didn't space it out at the reception, so I did indulge, and that's why it's high, but you know what? It was a wedding, so I'm okay with it, and it's not, as you can see, it's not like in the 150s, so it hurt myself, so that's okay. So tomorrow I will be 32 weeks. I'm so excited and really can't believe it's so surreal. I will be seeing my maternal fetal medicine doctor tomorrow, and that will decide whether or not I'm starting to see her weekly or bi-weekly or what, and if they're going to start my non-stress tests or if I have to have them. And obviously we'll see baby boy on the growth scan and know how much he weighs now and where he is at in the percentile, if he's weighing too much, if he's too small, or if he's right on time. I honestly don't know what information I'm gonna get out of this appointment. I'm so nervous about it because I am very scared about induction. I'm nervous that they're looking for perfection, which anyone with gestational diabetes, I honestly don't think they're going to have perfection. Even if they do eat right, I don't think that they're going to have complete perfection. And since they did have to put me on metformin, I'm like, maybe that's an issue where they're like, okay, let's go ahead and induce her. I don't want to be induced out of convenience because it's just easier for them and everyone, I guess, involved to just do that. This is my last pregnancy and my last baby, and I want to be able to experience giving birth naturally and going into labor naturally, and I don't want to cause any issues with the induction itself because you're forcing your body to do something that it's not ready to do. Obviously my induction with Emery, like my actual laboring process, wasn't too bad other than her heart decels and my blood pressure, but that was pre-eclampsia that they didn't know I even had. And so far there has been no signs of it so far. We have like taken high precautions this time with the preeclampsia, seeing if I have it. I haven't been swelling other than the very normal pregnancy swelling. Blood pressure has been perfectly fine, and they've been checking my urine every single appointment. So that in of itself is really good sign. Obviously when I'm in labor, they're going to keep a look on that as well because your body's under a lot of stress, so your blood pressure goes higher naturally. I would not mind whatsoever being induced if it is for his health and to keep him and me safe. I'm perfectly fine with that. Like the way my sugars have been, I don't see why it would be an issue to have to induce me because my sugars have not been bad, other than my mornings, and the metformin has consistently made that go down. The only thing that I can think of that would really make me think that I would need to be induced is his growth, whether he's like growing too fast or he's too small. But if he's right on time, I don't see the problem. Obviously we can't know how my blood sugars are affecting him until he's born. The only thing that I can think of as far as my sugar goes is the metformin being on that, them not wanting me on it for a long period of time. It's not a long period of time per se, like at all, but maybe they would want to induce me because they don't want me to keep taking it, sort of thing. I'm not really sure. I'm not a doctor, so tomorrow I'll find out all that information and I will come back and do a appointment update for you guys, as well as finding out if I need to see her weekly or not. So let me show you the bump. This is 31 weeks and 6 days bump, basically 32. So here he is.
I didn't realize that video cut out so much at the end, so I'm just here to finish off the video. So yes, this is my basically 32-week bump with baby boy, and I will see you guys next week for my next update.